This list contains persons named in the Bible of minor notability, about whom either nothing or very little is known, aside from any family connections. Lael was a member of the house of Gershon according to Numbers chapter 3 verse 24. He was the father of Eliasaph. Elada was a son of Shelah and a grandson of Judah. His son was Maresha. Lumim was the third son of Dedan, son of Jokshan, son of Abraham by Keturah. It is often conjectured that he was the head of an Arabian tribe. Levi was the name of two minor figures mentioned in the Bible, the great-great-grandfather of Jesus, son of Melchi, and father of Mathat, another ancestor of Jesus. Libni was a son of Gershon of the house of Levi according to Exodus chapter 6 verse 17 and Numbers chapter 3 verse 18. He was born in Egypt. His descendants are referred to as the Libnites. Linus was an associate of Paul the Apostle who greeted St. Timothy in 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 21. Loami was the youngest son of Hosea and Gomer. He had an older brother named Jezreel and an older sister named Lo-Ruhamah. God commanded Hosea to name him Loami to symbolize his anger with the people of Israel. Lois was the mother of Eunice and grandmother of Timothy. Lo-Ruhamah was the daughter of Hosea and Gomer. She had an older brother named Jezreel and a younger brother named Lo-Ami. Her name was chosen by God to symbolize his displeasure with the people of Israel. Massa is the name of several men in the Hebrew Bible. One of the Levites whom David appointed as porter for the ark, I Chronicles chapter 15 verse 18, I Chronicles chapter 15 verse 20. One of the captains of hundreds associated with Jehoiada in restoring King Jehoash to the throne, 2 Chronicles chapter 23 verse 1. The king's son, probably one of the sons of King Ahaz, killed by Zitri in the invasion of Judah by Pekah, king of Israel, 2 Chronicles chapter 28 verse 7. One who was sent by King Josiah to repair the temple. Ch. 2, 34-8. He was governor of Jerusalem. The father of the priest Zephaniah. Jeff 21-1. Jeff 37-3. The father of the false prophet Zedekiah. Jeff 29-21. A priest, the father of Neriah. Jeff 32-12. Jer 51-59. The son of Shallum, the keeper of the threshold, may be the father of the priest Zephaniah mentioned in 21-1, 29-25, 37-3. Amaziah, head of the 24th priestly course in David's reign. I Chronicles chapter 24 verse 18. Also a priest. Machbani. Machi of the tribe of Gad was the father of Gul, a scout sent to Canaan prior to the crossing of the Jordan River according to Numbers chapter 13 verse 15. Maphaleth, Hebrew, sickness, a company of dancers, or a harp. Maphaleth, one of the wives of Esau, and a daughter of Ishmael, thought to be the same as base Math of Genesis chapter 36. Maphaleth, a daughter of Jerimoth and Abihail, the wife of King Rehoboam. Mahali was a son of Merari of the house of Levi according to Exodus chapter 6 verse 19, born in Egypt. Mahath, Hebrew for grasping, a Kohathite Levite, father of Elkanah. I Chronicles chapter 6 verse 35. Another Kohathite Levite, of the time of Hezekiah. 2 Chronicles chapter 29 verse 12. Mahatzio, Heb, Marshal-Hashbaz. Marshal-Hashbaz was the second mentioned son of the prophet Isaiah. The name is a reference to the impending plunder of Samaria and Damascus by the king of Assyria. Marilomala is the name of two biblical persons, one of the daughters of Zelophehad, who with her 4 sisters brought a claim regarding inheritance before Moses. Num. 26-33, 27-1-11, 36, JSH, 17-3-6. A child of Gilead's sister Hameleketh and great-granddaughter of Manasseh. She had two siblings, Ishod and Abiezer. I Christus 7:18-6. Maphal, Hebdans, the father of four sons, kilogram 1, 431, who were inferior in wisdom only to Solomon. Malchiel was a son of Berar according to Genesis chapter 46 verse 17 and Numbers chapter 26 verse 45. He was one of the 70 souls to migrate to Egypt with Jacob. Malchishua, Heb, king of Help, one of the four sons of Saul. I Chronicles chapter 8 verse 33. He perished along with his father in the battle of Gilboa. 1:31-2. Malchar, son of the king, owner of the pit into which Jeremiah was thrown. Malathi, Heb, Maluch, Heb, reigned over, or reigning. Levity of the family of Merari. I Chronicles chapter 6 verse 44. A priest who returned from Babylon. Mash was a son of Aram according to Genesis chapter 10 verse 23. Massa, Hebrew for a type of gift, one of the sons of Ishmael, the founder of an Arabian tribe, a nomad tribe inhabiting the Arabian desert toward Babylonia. Matri, of the tribe of Benjamin, was an ancestor of Saul according to I Samuel chapter 10 verse 21. Also is the last name of an Italian footballer currently playing for Lazio on loan from AC Milan. Mathan was the grandfather of St. Joseph. He is mentioned in Matthew chapter 1 verse 15. Mathat, gift of God, possibly also translated as Mathan, the son of Levi, and father of Heli, great-grandfather to Jesus, son of another Levi, 31 generations before Jesus and 11 generations after King David. Mehetabel was the father of Deliah, and grandfather of Shemaiah, who joined Sanballat against Nehemiah. Mehetabel was the wife of Hadad, one of the kings of Edom. Mehujael, in Genesis chapter 4 verse 18, Mehujael is a descendant of Cain, the son of Arad and the father of Methuselah. Name means smitten of God. Mehuman, faithful, one of the eunuchs whom Ahasuerus commanded to bring in Vashti. Persian, signifies a stranger, a guest. Melchi, my king, the son of Adi, and father of Neri. Melich, king, the second of Micah's four sons. I Chronicles chapter 8 verse 35, and thus grandson of Mephibosheth, also related to a Southwest Asian god. See Melich. Melier, fullness, the son of Menan, and father of Eliakim, in the genealogy of our Lord. Melzer, probably a Persian word meaning master of wine. I.e., chief butler, the title of an officer at the Babylonian court. Daniel chapter 1 verse 11, Daniel chapter 1 verse 16, who had charge of the diet of the Hebrew youths. Merib, increase, or majority, the eldest of Saul's two daughters. She was offered to David after his victory over Goliath, but does not seem to have entered heartily into this arrangement. She was at length, however, married to Adriel of Abel-Meholah, a town in the Jordan Valley, about 10 miles south of Beth-Shean, with whom the house of Saul maintained an alliance. She had 5 sons, who were all put to death by the Gibeonites on the hill of Gibeah. Merib is also a common feminine name in Israel. Moriah, resistance, a chief priest, a contemporary of the high priest Joachim. Moriah, rebellions, father of Amariah, a priest of the line of Eleazar. It is uncertain if he ever was the high priest, a priest who went to Jerusalem with Zerubbabel. He is called Merimoth in Neh 12-3. Merimoth, exaltations, hides, a priest who returned from Babylon with Zerubbabel, to whom were sent the sacred vessels belonging to the temple. He took part in rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem. Merib-Baal, meaning contender with Baal, elsewhere called Mephibosheth the son of Jonathan. Meshelemiah, friendship of Jehovah, a Levite of the family of the Korhites, called also Shelemiah. He was a temple gatekeeper in the time of David. Meshullemith, requitals, the father of Berechiah, a priest, the son of Immer. Meshullam, meaning befriended, was the name of 11 biblical individuals. Meshelemeth, friend, the wife of King Manasseh of Judah, and the mother of King Amon of Judah. Methushel in Genesis chapter 4 verse 18. Methushel is a descendant of Cain, the son of Mehujael and the father of Lamech. Mezahab, water of gold, the father of Matred, and grandfather of Mehetabel, wife of Hadar, the last king of Edom. Mavachois, a Hagrine, one of David's warriors, called also Bani the Gadite. Mibsam, fragrance, one of Ishmael's 12 sons, and head of an Arab tribe, a son of Simeon. Michael of the house of Asher was the father of Sether, a scout sent to Canaan prior to the crossing of the Jordan River according to Numbers chapter 13 verse 13. Mashiach is the name of at least 2 biblical figures. Mashiach, son of Imri. Mashiach, the son of Gemariah, the son of Shaphan, who heard Baruch's reading of the oracles of Yhvh to Jeremiah, and reported to King Joachim. Mitri, prize of Jehovah, or selling, a Benjamite, the father of Uzi. Mijam and Amamin is the name of 3 persons mentioned in the Bible, the head of the 6th of 24 priestly divisions set up by King David, a chief priest who returned from Babylon with Zerubbabel, who signed the renewed covenant with God. In the time of Joachim his family had joined with that of Modiah, and was led by Petai. He was also called Miniamin. A non-priestly Mijamin son of Parosh is mentioned in Ezra chapter 10 verse 25 as one of those who divorced a Gentile wife, and sacrificed a ram in atonement. Mikloth, staves, or looking down. An officer under Dodai, in the time of David and Solomon. A Benjamite. Malai, eloquent, a Levitical musician who took part in the dedication of the Wall of Jerusalem. Mishal, this was the name of 2 biblical men. Mishal was the son of Uzziel of the house of Levi according to Exodus chapter 6 verse 22, born in Egypt. He was a nephew of Amram and a cousin of Aaron, Miriam, and Moses. He and Elzaphan were asked by Moses to carry away Nadab's and Abihu's bodies to a place outside the camp. Mishal was one of the 3 Hebrew youths who were trained with Daniel in Babylon. He and his companions were cast into and miraculously delivered from the fiery furnace for refusing to worship the king's idol. Mishal's Babylonian name was Meshach. Misham, their cleansing, or the beholding, a Benjamite, one of the sons of Elpal. Mishmana, one of the Gadite heroes who gathered to David at Ziklag. Mithridath, meaning given by Mithra, or dedicated to Mithra I. The son, the Hebrew form of the Persian name Mithridates, the treasurer of King Cyrus. Ezra chapter 4 verse 7, a Persian officer in Samaria. Nassan, reminding, or remembrancer, a Christian of Jerusalem with whom Paul lodged. He was apparently a native of Cyprus, like Barnabas, and was well known to the Christians of Caesarea. He was an old disciple. He had become a Christian in the beginning of the formation of the church in Jerusalem. Moab was the son of Lot and his eldest daughter. He became the father of the Moabites. Molade, son of Abishur of the tribe of Judah. Mosa, one of the sons of Caleb, the son of Zimri, of the posterity of Saul. Muppim Shufim was the 8th son of Benjamin in Genesis chapter 46 verse 21 and Numbers chapter 26 verse 39. Mushi was a son of Merari of the house of Levi according to Exodus chapter 6 verse 19, born in Egypt. Naaman. Naboth is the king promised compensation, based upon the assumption that Naboth owned the vineyard in fee simple. See 1 Kings chapter 21. Nabi, the son of Vophsi of the house of Naphtali, was a scout sent to Canaan prior to the crossing of the Jordan River according to Numbers chapter 13 verse 14. Naphtali is a son of Mizraim and grandson of Ham, first mentioned in Genesis chapter 10 verse 13. Neriah was a descendant of David, and father of Elionenai. He was the son of Shemaiah. Nebat, an Ephrathite of Zeradah, was the father of Jeroboam. Nehushta was the wife of King Jehoiakim and daughter of Elnathan ben Achbor of Jerusalem, according to Kings chapter 24 verse 8. She was also the mother of King Jehoiachin. Nekoda was the ancestor of 652 Jews who returned from Babylonia with Ezra, but were declared ineligible to serve as Kohanim because they could not prove that their ancestors had been Kohanim. This is recounted in Ezra chapter 2 verses 48-60 and in Nehemiah chapter 7 verses 50-62, where the number of men is given as 642. Nemuel was the name of 2 individuals mentioned in the Bible, the son of Eliab of the tribe of Reuben according to Numbers chapter 26 verse 9. Jemuel, a son of Simeon. Nepheg was a son of Izhar of the house of Levi according to Exodus chapter 6 verse 21. Born in Egypt, he was a nephew of Amram and a cousin of Aaron, Miriam, and Moses. Ner was an uncle of Saul and the father of Abner according to I Samuel chapter 14 verse 50. Nereus was a Christian mentioned with his unnamed sister in Romans chapter 16 verse 15 with other saints to whom Paul the Apostle sent greetings and salutations. Noba of the tribe of Manasseh defeated the Amorites, took the villages of Kenath and renamed it Noba according to Numbers chapter 32 verse 42. Obadiah was a descendant of David, father of Shechaniah and son of Arnan. Obal, also Abal, was a son of Joktan according to Genesis chapter 10 verses 28, 1 Chronicles chapter 1 verse 22. Obal was an Ishmaelite, a keeper of camels in the time of David, according to 1 Chronicles chapter 27 verse 30. Ochran was a member of the house of Asher according to Numbers chapter 1 verse 13. He was the father of Pagiel. On, the son of Peleth of the tribe of Reuben, was a participant in Korah's rebellion against Moses according to Numbers chapter 16 verse 1. On is referred to as Hon in the Dway Bible translation. He is mentioned alongside Korah, Dathan and Abiram as the instigators of the rebellion, but not referred to later when Korah, Dathan and Abiram were challenged and punished for the rebellion. Opha was a son of Joktan according to Genesis chapter 10 verses 29, 1 Chronicles chapter 1 verse 23. Ozem is a Hebrew name meaning strong, which applies to 2 people in the Bible. A brother of David, and the 6th son of Jesse, a son of Jerahmeel. Ozni Cez bon above. Pagiel was a son of Ochran, a prince of the house of Asher and one of the leaders of the tribes of Israel, according to Numbers chapter 1 verse 13. Palti, the son of Raphu of the house of Benjamin, was a scout sent to Canaan prior to the crossing of the Jordan River according to Numbers chapter 13 verse 9. Paltiel, prince of the tribe of Issachar, one of those appointed by Moses to superintend the division of Canaan amongst the tribe. Parnach was the father of Elizaphan, a prince of the tribe of Zebulun. Parshandatha was one of the 10 sons of Haman. He was an anti-Semite like his father. He was killed by Jews and Esther had his corpse impaled. Pedahel, prince of the tribe of Naphtali, one of those appointed by Moses to superintend the division of Canaan amongst the tribe. Pedasur was a member of the house of Manasseh according to Numbers chapter 1 verse 10. He was the father of Gamaliel. Pelatiah son of Benaiah, a prince of the people. Among the 25 Ezekiel saw at the east gate. He fell dead upon hearing the prophecy regarding Jerusalem. Peleth of the tribe of Reuben was the father of On, a participant in Korah's rebellion against Moses according to Numbers chapter 16 verse 1. Pethuel the father of Joel, in Joel chapter 1 verse 1. Meaning revelation of God. Palu was a son of Reuben according to Genesis chapter 46 verse 9, Exodus chapter 6 verse 14 and Numbers chapter 26 verse 5. He was one of the 70 souls to migrate to Egypt with Jacob. Phurah was a servant of Gideon in Judges chapter 7. Gideon takes Phurah with him to spy on the Midianites before battle. Puvah was a son of Issachar according to Genesis chapter 46 verse 13 and Numbers chapter 26 verse 23. He was one of the 70 souls to migrate to Egypt with Jacob. Pildash was the son of Nahor and Milcah. Pul, an abbreviation for the Assyrian king Tiglath-Pileser III. Pul attacked Israel in the reign of Menahem and extracted tribute. Putiel was the father of Eleazar's wife according to Exodus chapter 6 verse 25. According to Rashi, this was another name of Jethro. Ramiah is one of the princes who returned from the exile. He is also called Rela in Ezra chapter 2 verse 2. Rab-Mag is the name of two figures in the Bible, the Assyrian Rab-Mugi, a chief physician who was attached to the king of Babylon, the title of one of Sennacherib's officers sent with messages to Hezekiah and the people of Jerusalem demanding the surrender of the city. He was accompanied by a great army, but his mission was unsuccessful. Rephiah, a descendant of David, was the father of Arnan and the son of Jeshua. Raphu of the house of Benjamin was the father of Palti, a scout sent to Canaan prior to the crossing of the Jordan River according to Numbers chapter 13 verse 9. Reba was one of 5 Midianite kings killed during the time of Moses by an Israelite expedition led by Phinehas, son of Eleazar according to Numbers chapter 31 verse 8 and Joshua chapter 13 verse 21. Rechem was one of 5 Midianite kings killed during the time of Moses by an Israelite expedition led by Phinehas, son of Eleazar according to Numbers chapter 31 verse 8 and Joshua chapter 13 verse 21. Rephiel in I Chronicles chapter 26 verses 7 to 8. Rephiel was one of Shemaiah's sons. He and his brethren, on account of their strength for service, formed one of the divisions of the temple porters. Rezon according to I Kings chapter 11 verse 23. Rezon became regent in Damascus and was an adversary of Solomon. Ribai, a Benjamite of Gibeah, was the father of Ittai, one of King David's warriors. Rosh, Hebrew, Rosh head. Rosh is the 7th of the 10 sons of Benjamin named in Genesis chapter 46 verse 21. A nation named Rosh is also mentioned in Ezekiel chapter 38 verses 2 to 3, 39 to 1. Son of man, set your face toward Gog, the land of Magog, the prince of Rosh, Meshech, and Tubal, and prophesy concerning him. Also, in a variant reading of Isaiah chapter 66 verse 19 and the Septuagint Jeremiah chapter 32 verse 23. Sabta was the son of Cush according to Genesis chapter 10 verses 7, 1 Chronicles chapter 1 verse 9. Sabteka was the son of Cush according to Genesis chapter 10 verses 7, 1 Chronicles chapter 1 verse 9. Saka was the name of 2 individuals mentioned in the Bible, one of David's heroes, 1 Chronicles chapter 11 verse 35, also called Shara. 2 Samuel chapter 23 verse 33, son of Obed-Edom the Gittite, and a temple porter. 1 Chronicles chapter 26 verse 4, Salu of the house of Simeon was the father of Zimri, who was involved in the heresy of Peor according to Numbers chapter 25 verse 14. Seba was a son of Cush according to Genesis chapter 10 verses 7, 1 Chronicles chapter 1 verse 9. Segub was the youngest son of Ahab. Serd was a son of Zebulun according to Genesis chapter 46 verse 14 and Numbers chapter 26 verse 26. He was one of the 70 souls to migrate to Egypt with Jacob. Sether, the son of Michael of the house of Asher, was a scout sent to Canaan prior to the crossing of the Jordan River according to Numbers chapter 13 verse 13. Shabbathai, a Levite who helped Ezra in the matter of the foreign marriages, probably the one present at Ezra's reading of the law, and possibly the Levite chief and overseer. The name might mean one born on Sabbath, but more probably is a modification of the ethnic Zephati, from Zarephathi, Meshullam and Jozabad, with which Shabbathai's name is combined. Both originate in ethnic names. Shaharaim, a member of the house of Benjamin. He had 3 wives, Hashikbara and Hodash, according to 1 Chronicles chapter 8 verses 8 to 9. Shammua, the son of Zaccur of the house of Reuben, was a scout sent to Canaan prior to the crossing of the Jordan River according to Numbers chapter 13 verse 4. Shaphat, the son of Hori of the house of Simeon, was a scout sent to Canaan prior to the crossing of the Jordan River according to Numbers chapter 13 verse 5. Also the name of one of King David's sons by Bathsheba. Shara, also known as Sharerajat, Shehazhub, the first mentioned son of Isaiah according to Isaiah chapter 7 verse 3. His name means, the remnant shall return, and was prophetic, offering hope to the people of Israel, that although they were going to be sent into exile, and the temple destroyed, God remained faithful and would deliver a remnant from Babylon and bring them back to the land. Shechaniah was a descendant of David, father of Shemaiah, and son of Obadiah. Shechem was the name of 2 individuals mentioned in the Bible, a prince of Shechem who defiled Dinah according to Genesis chapter 34, a son of Manasseh according to Numbers chapter 26 verse 31, Joshua chapter 17 verse 2, and 1 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 19. Shejah was a member of the house of Reuben according to Numbers chapter 1 verse 5. He was the father of Elizur. Shelemiah the son of Abdiel, along with 2 others, was commanded by King Jehoiakim to arrest Baruch the scribe and Jeremiah the prophet. Shelomi was the father of Ahihud, a prince of the tribe of Asher. Shelumiel was the son of Zurishaddai, a prince of the tribe of Simeon and one of the leaders of the tribes of Israel, according to Numbers chapter 1 verse 6. Shelomoth was a daughter of Dibri of the house of Dan, according to Leviticus chapter 24 verse 11. She was married to an Egyptian, and her son was stoned to death by the people of Israel for blasphemy, following Moses' issue of a ruling on the penalty to be applied for blasphemy. Shemaiah the Nehelamite, a leader in Babylonia, who had written to Zephaniah the son of Maaseiah in Jerusalem, appointing him overseer of the temple in Jerusalem and rebuking him for not imprisoning Jeremiah. Cf. Jeremiah chapter 29 verses 24 to 32. Shemaiah the father of Neriah, and the son of Shechaniah. Shemeber is the king of Zeboim in Genesis chapter 14, who joins other Canaanite city kings in rebelling against Chedorlaomer. Shema was the man from whom Omri, king of Israel, bought Samaria. Shemida was a son of Manasseh according to Numbers chapter 26 verse 32, Joshua chapter 17 verse 2, and 1 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 19. Shemuel, prince of the tribe of Simeon, one of those appointed by Moses to superintend the division of Canaan amongst the tribe. Shephatiah is the name of at least 2 Hebrew Bible men. Shephatiah the son of David and Abital, David's 5th son, according to 2 Samuel chapter 3 verse 4. Shephatiah the son of Mattan, who was among the officers who denounced Jeremiah to King Zedekiah. Sheshan is the name of one or possibly 2 biblical characters mentioned in the first book of Chronicles. The son of Ishi was Sheshan, and Sheshan's son was Ali. Now Sheshan had no sons, only daughters, and Sheshan had an Egyptian servant whose name was Jarha. Sheshan gave his daughter to Jarha his servant as wife, and she bore him a Shilem was the son of Naphtali according to Genesis chapter 46 verse 24 and Numbers chapter 26 verse 49. He was one of the 70 souls to migrate to Egypt with Jacob. Shammah was a 3rd son of Jesse, a brother of David. Shimei was a son of Gershon of the house of Levi according to Exodus chapter 6 verse 17. He was born in Egypt. Shimron was the son of Issachar according to Genesis chapter 46 verse 13, Numbers chapter 26 verse 24 and 1 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 1. He was one of the 70 souls to migrate to Egypt with Jacob. Shimshai was a scribe who was represented the peoples listed in Ezra chapter 4 verses 9 to 10 in a letter to King Artaxerxes. Shinab is the king of Admah in Genesis chapter 14 who joins other Canaanite city kings in rebelling against Chedorlaomer. Shiftan was the father of Kemuel, a prince of the tribe of Ephraim. Shisha was the father of Elihorph and Ahir, who were secretaries to King Solomon. 1 Kings chapter 4 verse 3. Shobal was a Horite chief in the hill country of Seir during the days of Esau. He was a son of Sar the Horite, and his sons were Alvaz, Manahath, Abal, Shepho and Onam. He is mentioned in Genesis chapter 36 verses 20 to 29. Shani was a son of Gad according to Genesis chapter 46 verse 16 and Numbers chapter 26 verse 15. He was one of the 70 souls to migrate to Egypt with Jacob. Shuthala was a son of Ephraim according to Numbers chapter 26 verse 35 and 1 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 20. Simon Iscariot was the father of Judas Iscariot. Sodi of the house of Zebulun was the father of Gadiel, a scout sent to Canaan prior to the crossing of the Jordan River according to Numbers chapter 13 verse 10. Stachys was a dear friend of Paul the Apostle whom he told the church in Rome to greet. Susi of the house of Manasseh was the father of Gadi, a scout sent to Canaan prior to the crossing of the Jordan River according to Numbers chapter 13 verse 11.